Welcome to Core Concepts from Dent Gaming. Let's see this build. Hey guys, what's up? Got another build for you. This is Ohm. And yeah, you guys can tell this guy is basically the electric Pokemon of my repertoire of ACs. This thing is an energy monster. Let's go ahead and break this thing down. So in the right and left arm, I am running the VP66EG or the stun gun, as they are literally called in the game. These things are an interesting weapon because single shot isn't great. They do wear down damage though. If you watch the poor little MT there getting hit, and then it just kind of bears down on them, and it builds up over time, which is kind of nuts. I have not one taser but two tasers, so yeah, that definitely does some build up damage over time. So I mainly just spray with these things and let the energy do the rest. On the back, I am running the WS 1200 Therapists. These things are energy as well, and they're, you can't really tell what it is that they do, but yeah, they basically thump these little almost grenades of electricity out. It's kind of fun, and if you just tap them, they'll do it vertically like it shows right here. If you hold it, it'll do it horizontally in a spread, which is a little bit more effective if they are on the ground in front of you. But if they're in the air, definitely want to thump it uncharged, as they say. There is a very fast charge time of 0.4 seconds, but the charge on this is the exact same. There's no charge, attack power enhancement, or anything. Even the blast radius is the same, so it's basically just the firing configuration that you want. Reload time on these things actually pretty incredible, not to mention for an energy weapon, holy crap, it's only 82. That's nuts when it comes to EN load. That really helps out, not to mention the weight of these not too hefty. So 108 rounds in each, so yeah, this thing's capable of some pretty good devastation. It's just not seen a whole lot because it's a weird weapon to use, and to keep in mind the horizontal spread and the vertical spread and all that stuff is kind of annoying. But it does have an effective range all the way from 310. You'll never shoot it that far, I promise you. You'll shoot it tops 150 and score a tiny hit, but it can be effective out to that range. Moving on, the basic battle strategy with this AC is basically just to absolutely smother them with the two stun guns, and then when those are out of ammo, you swap to the dual therapists and you lob it on them. Hopefully you are either above them or right next to them when you hit them with that therapist, because yeah, you want those things to hit, because wow, they are devastating. All right, moving on to the frame, I'm running the Shade Eye, which is it's good. It's just one of the most balanced head parts in the game. I think we need more head parts that are kind of like the Shade Eye. Just take the Shade Eye stats and just tweak them a little bit here and then tweak them a little bit there, and then make a bunch of head parts that are kind of like that, because I feel like there's almost, this is kind of weird to say, there's a lot of variety, but not a whole lot of it works well, and to find a part that works well with pretty much any build is really hard to do. But the Shade Eye accomplishes it, and accomplishes it very, very well, in my opinion. Yeah, I just like its balance. That's why I chose it. Not to mention the EN load, not too high. And the whole point of this AC was to make sure that my supply efficiency was good and my EN cap was good, and my recharge time was good. And I wanted to make it to where my opponent wasn't so friendly on that. Anyway, Noctra Higher Core. Yes, this was kind of a weird choice because obviously it affects the energy output right here, but I needed the boost capability, not to mention the supply adjust is increased with this. So I went ahead and just levied that against the issue here, and I'm like, well, you know what? Technically, the supply adjust, if you take the 9 here and you put it there, it balances, and then I get the added benefit of the, 26 extra points on the booster. So I went ahead and just called it a day with the Noctra Higher. Not try our arms. I'm using these because I really need those stun guns to do their job. I really need them to hit, and so I wanted that firearm specialization. There's not a whole lot of recoil with the stun guns, if I remember correctly. Yeah, recoil is only 14, so that's perfectly okay. It'll keep them shooting in a straight line. Alba legs. Alba legs because I freaking love them. That's why. Alba legs. Inner parts. Alula's. Yeah, Mercenary's best friend. Not getting into it. Ocellus. Yeah, it's a close range fighting AC, and it's got the fastest lock speed for close range. Generator. Hokushi. I used to have the Santai in this thing. And having an EN cap at 4420 is awesome. However, the EN output is not so good. So, it was actually a buddy of mine that recommended I throw the Hokushi in it because he absolutely loves it. And it was a weight reduction too, so I got a little extra speed out of it. Not that I needed any, but so I decided Hokushi was the way to go. It balanced it pretty well, and it boosted my stats. And who doesn't like a stat boost? Everybody loves a stat boost. Assault armor. Yes, this is one of the very few rigs that I run that actually has assault armor. I use it as an extra punish. That's how I usually use it, and that's really the only way to use it, honestly. All right, that is the build and battle strategy. Let me go ahead and show you guys what this thing can do. Come here, Freud.
Final arena.
Main system activating combat mode.
Y'all ready for this electric rodeo? Yeehaw. No. Who do you shoot at? That is one of my favorite things to do with this build, is just fall back and launch Therapist. It's hilarious. Now, what you can also do, and what I'm doing here, is I'm pairing the Therapist and the stun gun together, and they're swapping. That way you have just constant fire. You can swap back and just use the double stun gun shooting beside you. Nope. Nope. He gone. Oh, this build is just so much fun, and I love that head part animation. Alright guys, that was Ohm, one of my older AC designs, getting it done against Freud in less than a minute. Let me go ahead and upload this bad boy for you, just for you. We have a share ID of WNYHQELGKP12. If you like him, take him. He is all yours. I had an absolute blast using this big giant robot to blow stuff up. Please like and subscribe. Thank you and goodbye.